Oh yeah. We live.
We're live.
Live.
People didn't know it because we didn't show it.
And we're late. That's always cool. We late. We late for stream. We late. We late for stream. We late. We late. We late for stream. There we go. We late. You guys hear us okay? We got people in here?
We got 6 people. 6 absolute legends. Shall I ask you that in the chat? Can you all hear us?
Yeah. Well, I guess if they can't hear us, they wouldn't be able to. That's a big brain move, Bim.
We're going to ask anyway. Can y'all hear us okay?
Yeah. Some technical difficulties every
As
time,
always, personal game dev. Oh, I thought it said TV. So personal game dev YouTube. Yes. Yup. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. And all those in between. Welcome in.
Everyone.
Gonna ping.
Live stream starting now. Come ask your questions. Vibing to this music. We're gonna be starting in a few minutes. Thank you everybody for hanging out.
Hello, first time joining a stream. Welcome, TGFP, the heavy duty gamer.
It's a long name, TGFP, the heavy duty gamer. And TGFP doesn't even stand for the heavy duty gamer. So there's some other words there we're missing.
God damn, I may get disconnected from the stream for like 1 second.
Don't do that, Bim. Don't do that.
Do you ever get... Okay.
You better do it now if you're gonna do something. All right, we're gonna start in a few minutes. We need something better to look at while we're starting. You know, we just got this like blank image. Gary. Our resident Gary's here.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't disconnect.
Every time Gary joins a meeting, I just chant his name.
Gary,
like a full like.
Gary.
It's pretty great. I don't know why I started doing it. I have no idea. Probably because Gary's so awesome.
Everyone.
All right. You ready, Bim?
Oh, I'm ready. I was born ready.
Born ready. Born ready.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me get my screen share set up so that we don't have to look all weird when we do it. All right, let's do this. Hello world, my name is Tim Roswick and welcome to another stream. I'm here with Bim, who's giving me a salute. we're gonna have fun today. We're gonna talk about some cool stuff. We're gonna talk about game dev. We have a stealth launch that may or may not have happened that we can tell you about. And then we'll hang out with you guys and see what you guys are up to. Because this is a community stream. So we get to hang out and, I don't know, answer questions. See what people are up to.
Out. Hell yeah.
Hanging out. We can sing to you. Bim's really good at, what are those, sea shanties?
Definitely.
He can do one of those for you if you want. Like, we can do a meme straight out of 2022.
I'm real good at those. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been practicing, you know.
Tim, how's your week been?
Busy with the launch that we'll talk about. But you know what? So there's a couple things that I wanted to show off, actually. Some of them are creation. Some of them other people's creation. But can I just say, one of the coolest things I'm on the Game from Scratch website. Let me show you guys this. Have you guys seen this? This is a Godot parkour character controller. Okay, Mirror's Edge, Titanfall.
Whoa.
Mirror's Edge actually made me puke, to be honest.
Okay.
I couldn't play that game. But Titanfall and Titanfall 2, dude, those games are amazing. The movement system in those games are amazing. So if we could, like some of this like parkour in Godot is like insane. I'm so happy that this exists because you can just run and like, yeah, it's a typo, but
that's a typo.
We don't fret people for typos.
We don't. I make them all the time.
Yeah, dude, you know how many typos are in my stuff. But I thought this was super cool, and I want to share it with you guys because Godot equals awesome, but also parkour equals awesome, but also Godot character controller with parkour equals awesome. I thought that was super sweet.
Well, that is super cool. Thank you for sharing that, Tim. Standard first-person movement, snappy and smooth, can crouch, sprint, and slide. So, Tim, just tell me a minute, because I'm a little behind on this. What is Godot? And why is it third to Unity and Unreal most of the time?
Just say, what is Godot?
I said, what is Godot? What is it? I don't know.
Bim. This is the blender of game engines.
The blender of game engines.
That's the best way I can describe it. It's pretty sweet. I think it's up and coming. I think it's one of the coolest game engines out there, specifically because of all the community support and all of the open source and contribution and all the stuff that happens behind the scenes, people contributing. And it gets contributed to by the people that use it.
Right.
Which is really cool because it sort of turns into this community driven thing. Now it's got some downsides. Like if you've been with Blender for a while, like as long as I have, I was working on Blender when I was like 16, which is ye olden years.
Was it even around back then? Jeez.
It was. I remember. And a couple of things that happened. Blender had its own game engine for a while.
Wow.
Blender had a full video editing suite in it for a while.
It still does. It still does, I think.
Well, that's what I mean. So open source is great, but the problem with open source is that whoever sort of gets a random idea to add a video editor to Blender, they're just like, hey, we're gonna do
it. Yeah.
But Godot is a little bit more tightly controlled, and I really like how they do things, and I really like their engine. It's really powerful engine, and it's very intuitive too. Right. Maybe we'll do some live, like kind of intro to Godot stuff, because it's super. I really love the engine. I think it talks to me. The way that you set things up, the way the nodes work. I specifically love. Let me show you guys this. Godot has a UI system. Docs are probably not gonna make it seem sexy.
When do they?
But it's got like, yeah, it's not very visual. This has got one of the best UI systems I've ever used. And HTML is pretty powerful. But maybe this has got some of that. But basically it has containers and it has all these elements in it that you can move around, and they sort of shape with your UI. So Bim, you know this from like pixel art games and stuff, right? When you make a UI, you kind of have to draw the whole element and then decide exactly where to put the element. Yeah. And then like programmatically make it move or do whatever, right? But imagine building a whole game with a bunch of menus like that. Right. Like that's a pain, right? Like if you have this menu and that menu and this menu and that menu. But this system allows, it's sort of like a flex box in a way. So it's like you add stuff to containers and then you move the container around. But if you resize the container, it sort of auto resizes with it. Yeah, kind of how you expect it to work, but normally you just have to program all that stuff in your game or buy an asset that does it. But it's got a lot of that stuff built in, and it's got a really robust GUI system. So it's super cool. Nice. And it's very flexible to screen size, so you can build like mobile interfaces, but also desktop interfaces and all that stuff. This is what game engines need, to be honest, especially if you're making a 2D game, because it's way more complicated. Most UI is 2D anyway, but you get the gist.
I do. Well, thank you for explaining that. We got some Godot users, I think. Loud Gaming, love Godot. Hell yeah. Well, Godot nothing gets left behind, but not to the GameDev.tv people. No,
Devious, how you been, dude?
Devious Oatmeal.
I've been waiting for the latest Devious game.
Devious. He's devious when it comes to
he makes, dude, I love his games. I've told him this. I like his flavor of games just speak to my soul.
Yeah,
I really,
and he's
love
really
them.
good at them. They're all, dude. When I was playing some games back in GameDev Underground, which I will be doing again, but Devious would he'd come with a new game, and it would just, I'd have no feedback. It was like perfect from the get go. You know, it was like, here it is. Yeah.
He's got some very minimal strategy-esque games. This is the one on Steam, right? Call of Cthulhu. I played this a bunch. This is super cool. It's like a I don't know how you would describe this. It's like a tower defense deck builder. How do you describe it? It's cool. And it's got a really cool aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
So it's real nice. Devious's games.
I would honestly recommend, if you're looking at building really nice UI systems, real nice minimalistic 2D stuff, just generally getting a nice feel. I think Devious, where he excels is, he excels in everything really, but one of the things he excels at for me personally is the way the game feels. It always feels real smooth. It plays lovely. The animations, I don't know what it is, everything comes together. It just feels great. So if you want to study some of that stuff, go check it out. Highly recommend. It's real good.
Devious is like, wait, what are we talking?
Devious is gone. He's not even there anymore. He just popped in, said hello, left, and we're raving about it. But he's real good. So, but that's cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm a super fan of these minimalist games, and we've seen a lot more on Steam lately.
Yeah.
Like I've seen them pop up. We're getting the rise of $5 and $10 games, of these smaller little adventures, which I really, really appreciate, because we talked a couple weeks ago about how I'm getting super into like ROMs and stuff, and old school retro games. So I actually really like smaller bite-sized chunks of entertainment that I can like pick up and put down.
Yeah,
because I don't got time for these like.
Well, can I ask you a question about that?
Games.
Is that recently I discovered the Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation. For those who are familiar with it,
That's a different game.
That's a different game. But for those who've played it, we've talked about this on stream before, but for those who've played it, it's a massive game, a lot of quite big lighting systems, quite complex, really 3D. You'd think it would take a huge strain on your system. But I recently discovered that it actually is on mobile and doesn't even look bad. Which is crazy. I think it's like $10 on mobile.
No way.
Yeah, it's really,
dude, mobile games have leveled up.
They have, honestly, for real. So, and I was just thinking, Tim, would you play a bigger game like Alien Isolation if you could play it on your phone? Well, you can't.
No, that's a worse experience.
That's a worse experience.
That's worse. Now I got a bigger game on a smaller screen. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah, but I think you have more access to it, right? You don't have to sit. To play Alien Isolation, you'd have to load up your computer or load up your Xbox or whatever. But you can just whip it out on your phone. It's just as good. Would you be more inclined? Alien Oscillation. Hey, that's just the British accent.
Is this the same game? Because sometimes they release games of the same title, but they're like,
it's the same game.
Mobily.
No, it's the same game. It's crazy. Yeah, they managed to pull it off. I don't know how. But
no, I actually, to be honest with you, man, bigger games on smaller screens is just worse experience. Because a game like this is about immersion for me. So this is a game I want to put headphones on, and I want a big screen, a dark room, and
wait, people were saying they were having errors. That's to rejoin the chat.
Is the stream not working?
Can't chat. Keep getting errors. Oh, is this a YouTube problem or an us problem?
I don't know. The YouTube stream took a while to start too. I don't know if there's tech stuff.
Guys, have you been able to hear us this whole time, or were we just gone for 10 minutes?
Oh, we were thinking everybody didn't like what we said, and we were just gonna take it personally and go be sad about it.
I was about to cry.
Welcome back, everybody.
Was it just chat?
I think it was just chat, right? You guys could see the video the whole time?
You guys could see stream okay here. Looks good to me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Not sure what that is.
Yeah. I think YouTube might be having problems.
Damn it.
We'll see.
Well, welcome back, everybody. We missed you. Yeah, we've been here the whole time. Okay. We were just...
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Wow.
Outages. Boom. All right, so the YouTube's got the problems.
Well, for once, usually it's us.
It's usually, like, did I plug everything in? I didn't like.
Tim has a chat wire that needs to be plugged into the stream. He unplugged it. But welcome back, Devious. Obviously, you just sat there in silence listening to us raving about you. Then that's good. At least we saw you. Flawed. Hello.
Or maybe he missed it.
Maybe he missed it. We can see everybody now. That's good. Devious, Backy, Samuel, Mario, David, Lucas. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
David Lucas.
But yeah, somebody was saying someone has something to say about Alien Isolation.
We crashed YouTube with our awesomeness. Well, Bim was asking me if I would play bigger games on smaller screens, and I was like, no, that sounds like a bad idea. And then it's cool. It's really cool that they make games like this accessible on mobile devices, because like a lot of people these days have tablets. They don't even have computers, so that's cool. And then it's also cool you could take your gaming with you. And it also makes it more accessible too. Like, you don't need all these big devices to play these games. And mobile phones these days are serious. I think this S22 Ultra, which is 2 years old, I think this thing has 12 gigs of RAM.
Wow.
Like, this thing is like...
That's crazy.
This thing, these are modern marvels of engineering. Like, they really are.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's cool. It's cool to see this kind of stuff. And not to get all technical, but it's cool to see the rise of like ARM CPUs coming up too, because we're seeing netbooks now with ARM CPUs, which are different architecture than like traditional CPUs, and they run a lot better, quieter, faster, less heat, all that stuff. The stuff that's running in mobile.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good reasons why this is a good thing, but
that's real nice. Yeah.
I like smaller games, dude. I like bite-sized, chunkier games. You know what I'm playing right now? Fire Emblem Game Boy Advance. I forget which one this is. There's two of them. I forget which one I'm playing. I think it's this one.
Right.
But this is literally the scale of game I'm playing.
Wow, like, you're down there. You're down in the dump.
Yeah, man. This is like you select a dude and you like attack, and then like this happens, and then you level up, and then like that's the whole game.
Yeah.
And dude, I had a magical experience. I got to tell you about this. So this is the main character in this game for the first chapter of this game. And I knew it was the main character because it's like, oh no, the princess from another land, whatever. Yeah. But I'm playing through this, right? And I'm on a tactical map, and I move her in front of an enemy, and the enemy just attacks with an axe and kills her. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to continue with my other characters or like whatever. The game fades to black. And I'm like, what's happening? And then the title screen shows up. Wow. 6 hours into this game, the title screen shows up. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Like, what did old games... What's going on here? This is a prank, right? This is like a joke. This is not actually what happened. So luckily I'm playing on a ROM, so like I have like the state saved and all that. But like I was like, it made me smile, but at the same time I was like, whoa. Like that's I haven't played a game like that's like been brutal like that for a long time. The other thing is this game has permadeath, and I didn't know that when I started playing it either. If your character dies, they like make up a little story where they're like, oh, he's gonna go, you know, he's wounded or whatever. So you literally lose them permanently for the rest of the game.
Damn.
So
Devious says, do you touch the screen to select squares? This is this is
a Game Boy Advance game, so there's no touch screens.
But Devious, it looks like the kind of thing you'd make for sure.
Yeah, well, this is why I like Devious games, because like it's they speak to me. They're simple, they're pixel art, they're like they're simple but they're deep. Like this game is pretty deep in the way that it works. Like there's a rock paper scissors system with swords, axes, and lances, and then there's ranged characters, and there's like characters on horses that move farther, and then there's the different weapons that they use, and then the weapons have durability. And then there's healers, and then there's bards that give people extra move. Like, so it's got some strategy to it, but it's you. The rules are simple, which I like. I like simple rules, but complex strategy, if that makes sense.
So just to change the topic for 1 second, because there was a chat.
It was like, get me out of these old games.
I don't play games like this. I only play 3D ray traced stuff. No, we'll get back to this in just a second. But I wanted to. Wanted to just to not lose this chat, because I feel like I hate getting my question lost in chat. But Elk Estra says, I'm developing my own game and at one point developing my own engine, so I have some things that go beyond current 3D engines. Should I try to develop free versions of them? Tim, do you have any thoughts on that? If they feel like they have software that can be pushed, we're trying. Can we show the message? My own design 3D engine can do some things that Unreal Unity can't. Should I be pushing it myself? Pushing it to Unity Unreal is something to add? I don't know. It was just caught my eyes and interesting.
I think it's really cool that you built your own engine.
Yeah. Tim's a big fan of that, definitely.
Well, I think people have different objectives. If you want to build a game, building an engine is the slowest way you could do that. But if you want to build a game engine, you know, and you can build a game engine. That's awesome. I think I don't know. I haven't seen it. I would like to look at it if you get a link to it or something like that. I think it'd be cool to see. I think the more game engines, the better, to be honest. Because I think things like Unity are getting a little bloat, you know?
Yeah.
A little bit, you know, you can do anything in it, but you can do anything in it. And it's got 17,000 menus and sub menus and connections and you know, it's all that stuff. So it's overkill for a lot of projects. Like I make small 2D games, kind of like what we're showing here. And Unity just seems overkill for a lot of the stuff I do. You know, like I don't need all these 17,000 menus, and especially Unreal. Like, let's not talk about overkill with Unreal. Like, if I'm trying to make a 2D game and I open up Unreal, my 17 megabytes of sprites is now 300 gigabytes file size for no reason.
Unreal automatically converts them into full 3D models and ray traces them. Yeah. But El Castro, that's interesting. I don't know. I'm not actually sure how to direct you there, but that's certainly interesting. Maybe you could try adding it to Godot or some kind of open source software, seeing if you can implement it.
Or post about it. Start an itch page or something. Get the community interested. I think it's super cool.
Reddit, maybe.
I would love to see more of it.
Who's this Alyssa troll? We should ban them.
Is bloaty bloat the technical term? Alyssa. Yes. Yes.
We don't let trolls in here.
Can wives be trolls? Is that a thing?
They can, definitely.
Well, I think wives are the best trolls, actually. Troll. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I started out as your wife.
You're not in competition with my wife.
I'm not in competition with your wife. I'm sorry.
She says that all the time. She's like, I'm gonna go hang out with Bim.
Thank you, Alyssa. You understand the dynamic we have going on here. Tim doesn't get it. You get it. You get it. Wow, GBA game. I'm in love with Zoid's Legacy. What are you guys playing at the moment? Chat, what are you guys playing at the moment? Are you guys playing anything at the moment? Are you all
they're talking about that. What game engine is most used by you? Do you know I converted Bim? I converted him.
You did.
What did you used to use, Bim?
I used to use Unity and I used to use Game Maker Studio.
And what do you use now?
I use Construct 3.
Yee!
I use Construct.
I'm converting the whole world one person at a time. Construct 3 is the spot.
It's real.
If you haven't heard of Construct 3,
it's real.
It's a 2D visual game creation tool that speaks to me, and it's pretty powerful. It's great for prototyping and game jam games. It's harder to use for bigger projects, but I do it anyway. But it's pretty sweet. And so this is what I use. This is like my engine of choice. Although I have been dabbling with Godot. I've dabbled with everything, but I've dabbled with Godot probably more than other things. And Godot is speaking to me too. It just takes a lot longer to get set up. Yeah. So whereas Construct, I can have stuff running in minutes. Definitely less than an hour.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's real fast. Terraria and Baldur's Gate 3 are the games I play. I've been meaning to play Baldur's Gate. I need to upgrade my Xbox to do that, but yeah.
Everybody's telling me to play Baldur's Gate.
You haven't played it?
No, but I've been looking at it because, like I said, I like these older games, and it's a remake, and it's a turn-based game, right?
It's it's like a
turn-based, party-based
thing. Yeah, I've been it's co-op too. I'm pretty sure. Been meaning to play it. Terraria. Excuse me. I actually never gave Terraria a proper chance. I'm a big Minecraft fan, or I was.
I tried Terraria.
Not your thing. Not your thing, Tim.
Let me make sure I'm making the right one. There's two of them that look the same.
Yeah, it's Terraria 1 and Minecraft. No, I'm really joking.
This is the spaceship one where you're traveling to different planets, right? I think so.
I can't comment on that. I don't know. But no, I never gave it a proper chance, I don't think. Eric says literally just started Alien Isolation. Have you played it before, Eric? Because if not, you are in for a treat. You're in for a treat. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's one of Bim's favorite games.
It is, honestly, genuinely. It's probably, honestly, in terms of horror games, I really mess with a good horror game.
Starbound.
I love a good horror game. Starbound? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't think I played Terraria. I played Starbound, I think.
Right.
Which it looks, let's be honest.
Looks fairly similar.
When you're on a planet, it looks pretty similar to Terraria.
But no, I was just saying, I really love a good horror game. Alien Isolation and Outlast, it's probably the two best horror games for me, hands down. Satisfactory, says Gary. Hell yeah, whatever Gary's playing, we're all playing. Everybody log on to Satisfactory right now. We're all playing it.
Okay. I didn't like Satisfactory, but you know what I wanted to play for a long time? What's the main one in that genre? There's one game that never goes on sale. That is it something mine?
Factoria?
How am I? Factoria. I think that's it. My brain is not working right now. Yeah, this game never goes on sale, bro. I've been wanting to buy this game for 2 years, and it hasn't been on sale. Not one time. It just stays at $35, and it looks so cool. You build these factories and alien trains and stuff.
Love games like
dude.
That.
Yeah.
Victoria.
This is the game.
Outlast one was the best. I haven't tried the new one. It looks good. If by the new one you mean Outlast Trials, it's very different. It's not Outlast 3. It's not a sort of solo horror thing. It's big on the co-op. But basically what it is it's multiplayer on. I think it's constantly multiplayer. Basically, you spawn in, and there's like mini games you have to play in together. Like,
this looks creepy.
Yeah, it's like multiplayer, and you have to like get person A. Like, there's a hostage, and it's like get the hostage to the escape point. I'm working together as a team. It's very like Dead by Daylight, except instead of 4 players, like 5 players, one being the killer. The killer is an AI. So I don't know. It's okay. It's not my thing. I prefer the solo horror experience. But Ark, could never get into Ark. Tim, did you ever play Ark? Are you an Ark fan? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
My base got raided. My dinosaurs got killed. It was traumatic for me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play instead. Palworld. I play Palworld because that game is much more my energy. And when I got a depresso and I found him in the hot tub face down, I was like, I love this game. This is my favorite game in the last decade for sure.
Right, for sure.
I put lots of hours in this game. I love this game. And it scratches the Ark itch for me. I really wanted to play Ark, but that game is way too hardcore for me.
Right.
It's just way too like.
Yeah, it's too much going on.
Yeah, it's just too deadly and too like. I told you about the fading to menu screen. Like, I don't want to lose my progress. I don't want to start over. I don't want to get attacked and like have to. That's not a casual gamer experience. Super Auto Pets, yes. This game, oh my god. I cannot type Super Auto Pets. You guys need to play this game. Everybody in here needs to play this game. Everybody. Yes. Okay. Here's the game.
Oh, we spoke about this last stream, didn't we? It's an auto battler. Yeah.
Yeah. You drag in your squad, and then it's an auto battler where they all fight. It's so simple, but it's so perfect, and you can play on iPad. So that's what I've been doing.
When you captured the boss and later saw it in the bathtub in Palworld. I never played Palworld. Maybe I should.
Yeah, dude, you can capture. That's the other thing. You can capture bosses, dude. The game. Okay, not to rant about Palworld, but this game is so player friendly, dude. So number one, when you create a server or when you create a new game, there's a huge menu screen of like every option you can think of. You can XP times 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You can like shut off attacks because like when you build your base, people attack it. You could customize basically everything. Right. So I didn't do all that. The other thing is like in a Pokemon game, right? You see these flying Pokemon? You'd think like Pokemon would make that an end game thing. They did make that an end game thing actually. In Let's Go Pikachu, you only get flying after you beat the game. Then you can fly around with Charizard. Right. This is like level 10. You can find like flying creatures and like fly around. And you have to level them up, right? So they can't fly for super distances and like they're not super powerful, but it's just so player friendly. Yeah. And the game just gets out of your way and lets you experience it. And then it's got a lot of really cool, interesting characters. And it really, I just call it like Pokemon, to be honest. I'm like, when I talk to my brother, I'm like, hey, let's go play Pokemon. Because like literally, it's like an open world Pokemon mixed with
So it's kind of just, Ark with Pokemon. Instead of dinosaurs, Pokemon is essentially what that is.
Pretty much, but it's got a lot of the Pokemon influence. Right. And then it's got a lot of the, so like there's a big, and the other thing is the map, dude. I don't know if there's a screenshot of the map, but oh my God. It is massive, dude. It is insanely huge. This doesn't look that big, dude. But like the starting area is right here, and it takes like 10 minutes to get right here. Wow. So like to discover all this stuff is insane. Yeah. And then there's different Pokemon in different regions, and like, you know. That's Pokemon crazy. With guns. By the way, this is for game developers out there. This is a wonderful marketing lesson. Okay. Because Pokemon with guns does not describe this game at all. And it's not even remotely what I expected. But Pokemon with guns got me on the hook to play it. Okay, I'm like, I'll play Pokemon with guns. I'll do that. Yeah. So that is a marketing phrase that they used to to get across the basic, most simplest idea of what this is to get people interested. And then people got interested, and then they were hooked.
Right.
And the other thing this game did really well, because remember, I'm like a casual player. I don't play a lot of hardcore games. So this intro curve, this onboarding of this game is really well done. You're leveling up very quickly in the beginning. You're unlocking new things. You're trying new things. It's very rapid. Like within the first hour or two, you've hit a couple different levels. You've unlocked a few different things. You've caught a few Pokemon, and you're like hooked. So, and it keeps going. It doesn't get like the levels spacing is really well built to where you don't feel like you're grinding a lot. Now, once you get like level 30 or 40, whatever, you can grind. But the other thing is you can change the settings at any point. So when I was getting to level 40 and my base got destroyed, which I don't like, I went and I turned off base attacks. And then I ramped up my XP because I'm like, I don't want to be grindy and have my shit attacked anymore. Yeah. So it's cool that a game lets you do that, man. Like, we talk about being accessible a lot, and some game developers are like, well, I don't want to have to put in the effort to build all this stuff just because, people can play my game as it is because that's my vision and all that. Cool, whatever. Yeah. But this game gave me a gift, which is when it got boring for me, it let me make it not boring all by myself. Right. And I played it longer because of that.
You love the flexibility that it gives you. Like it's so like you can do anything, Yeah.
And if I want to go turn base attacks back on later because I'm feeling frisky, I can just go do that. That's cool.
You hear that, Alyssa? That's what he does when he's feeling frisky. Okay.
Flip Palworld.
I don't know if she's listening, but yeah. Oh yeah.
But it's dude. I could gush about this game. When this game came out, dude, it was on a Saturday. I played this game from 12 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Wow.
Or 12 p.m. to 2
hours straight. 2 hours straight.
No, 14 hours straight. 14 hours. I have not done that since Halo 2.
Wow.
Halo 2. Halo 2 launch.
And look how far your standards have fallen. That's crazy.
But this game hooked me in a way that I think other games have not.
Yeah.
And this is the biggest game to sort of do that to me, because we were talking about big games versus small games. Normally, I would not be into a big game like this. Maybe some of it was nostalgia, sure, but I just think it's a really well done game.
I can't think of the last game that hit me that long. Guys, what was the last game you played for that long? You
played way longer than you expected to on the first setting.
Yeah.
Let's do that, because this was unexpected. I expected to Pokemon with guns, cool. I put in my hour, That's what I expected. But I ended up ordering pizza that day and everything because I'm like, I don't even want to get up and cook. I just want to play Palworld.
Yeah.
Halo 2 Zombies, that's the shit. Yeah, for sure.
Personal Game Dev YouTube says, for me, I enjoy games where I can hook up with the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. Played native Switch games, allow me to be healthier by playing games on the treadmill. Hell yeah, we do like that. Satisfactory. We're going back.
Was that game satisfactory?
Must have been. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't think that's really
Helldivers.
Helldivers. Apparently Helldivers is dead now, and Space Marine 4K, or what is it? Warhammer 4K Space Marine 2, I think, is on the
game.
Takeover. Dead game. Once Human. KSP was definitely Kerbal Space Program. Yes. Kerbal Space Program.
That's the one that hooked you?
Oh, dude, the modding community on Kerbal Space Program. The base game, no, get that away from me. But the modding community, dude, I learned so much about rocket science. I ended up building my own, the Elon Musk rockets in real life, figuring out myself how to do that conceptually and bringing stuff. It's crazy. It's a great game.
Wait, is this the game you put a flag of my face on the moon?
Yes, it is. Where's that video? Where is that video? I'm gonna.
There was a little flag of my face on the moon.
I'm
like,
what the hell is We're gonna find that right now. That's immense.
I've heard the second one isn't as good.
No,
is that true?
The second one actually got cancelled, I believe. Now it was in open beta for a while, in development, early access, or whatever.
Really?
But the company that was developing it went bankrupt, I believe.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, so the game, it just got fried. It was going to be so much bigger and better, but yeah, it got cancelled, which is
that must be what I heard. Not that it wasn't as good. I remember some people talking about it.
But yeah, that sucks. But yeah, Kerbal Space Program, last one to really pull me in like that. But yeah, Kingdoms of Amular Reckoning, played on Xbox, but it's available on Steam. Never heard of it. Didn't you heard of that?
No, Amular Re-Reckoning. What is it? What was the total? There's a couple of them.
Kingdoms of Amular Reckoning, it says.
Reckoning. Okay.
Re-Reckoning Fate.
There's a Re-Reckoning. I have never heard of this game.
No.
You know what I hate? You know, it's a pet peeve of mine, by the way. When I'm going to buy a game and people put a bunch of rendered cinematic screenshots with no UI in them,
yeah.
and I can't tell what kind of game this is. This could be a top-down strategy game. This could be an RPG. This could be...
Put gameplay
I can't tell, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, like put...
for sure.
And there's not even... Oh, man. I want to play this. Loud Gaming,
BO3 Zombies. I love you. Black Ops 3 Zombies. Oh, Tim, we played that for a bit, didn't we? In fact, what was the game that got you motion sick? Was it Sea of Thieves? We tried playing Sea of Thieves together, and Tim...
Yeah, I got motion
sick. That's the guys...
I've figured that out, though. This is weird. We don't need to get into my medical problems on this stream.
We do need to get into a medical problem.
But I was getting dizzy from a lot of first-person games for a while. And there's a couple things I noticed. Low refresh rate or shitty monitors was a big one. Having the monitor not directly in front of me was a weird one. Like, this is interesting, but I have a secondary monitor that's up in the air right here, and usually I'll play stuff on there so I keep my PC like whatever I need to do.
Right.
But having my head tilted really amplified the dizziness. The same thing on the couch. It's like we have an L-shaped couch, so I have a seat that's like directly in front of the TV, and then I have a seat that's like not directly in front of the TV where I have to like turn my head a little bit.
Yeah.
That was making it worse. And then also the motion blur.
Right.
Motion blur turned off.
Yes.
Really, really, really helps.
Yes, I always turn off motion blur. I don't usually get seasick from things. Nick, you're saying you get motion sick from airplanes and boats. I usually don't find I do, but I have to turn motion blur off in a video game. If it's on, off immediately. Get it off. I can't stand it.
Yeah, it literally makes me dizzy, and then I like feel weird. Yeah. And so I tried to play. It's weird because I played Sea of Thieves a couple of years ago, and it was fine. But then when we tried to play, I just was getting sick. Yeah. And then you were like, hey, well, what if you try this other game that's totally not as seasick as that, called, what was that game called?
It was Outer Wilds. I tried to get Tim to play Outer Wilds, which is...
Where you're literally in a 3D spaceship.
Yes.
Controlling every direction.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this was so much worse.
If you haven't played Outer Wilds, this, after Kerbal Space Program, how could I forget? Best game I've ever played. Anyway, we're moving on. But
yeah.
This is the best game I've ever played, definitely.
I have found on my Steam Deck, I can play a lot of games better. Not as big of a screen. I have control of it. You know, it just. Yeah. But yeah, motion blur was a big one. So if you're getting dizzy playing FPS games, try turning motion blur off. Yeah.
I also find maybe sometimes adjusting the FOV of a game, if you can, you know, how far away the hands are from your face and stuff can really help. So really play around with the settings to. Gary! Of course Gary loves Outer Wilds. Because Gary's the GOAT. Guys, can we get in the chat? Gary's the GOAT, please. At least one.
Gary's the GOAT. I'm a GOAT too.
For sure. No, Tim.
Bim. I'm a GOAT too.
Alyssa's a GOAT.
I'm cool. She is.
Alyssa's
she's a mother now, and honestly, motherhood is badass.
It's badass.
It takes a very special type of person to go through all that pain and care for a wonderful little human that much.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Gary's GOAT.
For those who
Gary's a GOAT.
Gary's a GOAT.
Gary, do you have a GOAT?
Gary.
I pitch Alyssa on getting a GOAT every once in a while because they're on Craigslist for like $500, but she says no.
Well, she's a mother now, so If you hadn't had a baby.
Are you calling my baby a goat?
We are calling your baby a goat. But that's a good thing. Greatest
of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Speaking of goats, dude.
Hell yeah. Tim's gonna.
You guys heard of the goat multi-tool?
And this is where the ads begin.
This stands for Gentlemen of All Trades. Okay. And it's
we'd like to thank them for sponsoring today's stream.
This is my favorite multi-tool. I backed the Kickstarter, but it's like a modular multi-tool that like comes apart and you can swap out the pieces.
No way.
It's super cool, dude.
Well, you know what?
It's got a goat on it.
We've got 10 minutes. Tim, speaking of modular.
Speaking of modular, that's a good segue.
That's a good segue.
What if I just casually went to GameDev.tv and I casually clicked on products? And what's all this?
I don't know what that is.
What's all this? Wait a second. This stuff's not supposed to come out until tomorrow.
Right.
What is all this? Is this the Sci-fi mega pack with 8 separate asset packs built in a sci-fi universe? Is this
is that what that is?
What that is? I don't know. Is there
looks like it.
Is there a bundle somewhere?
Well, not on our page.
Not on this page. Hold on, give me 5 seconds. Maybe there is a bundle. Maybe I don't know.
Is there a fully cinematic trailer?
Maybe
rendered.
Maybe there might be. Maybe tomorrow there might be a bundle that goes live for everybody on our email list that gives them an exclusive discount to a bundle where they get all asset packs plus extra stuff. Maybe. I don't.
Maybe.
I don't know. This technically launches September 12th, so I don't know what's going on here. That's pretty weird.
Is the new site up? It went up a while back.
Yeah, it's been up since May.
Yeah.
You can go check it out. Is you know what? Let me click a button. Oops. I accidentally clicked a button. So many mistakes today. We're just making a lot of mistakes. But
the trailer is awesome. Thank you very much, Gary. Thank you very much. It's because you're the
I made Gary watch it live in a meeting.
Hell yeah, Gary! You don't know.
He was like, "I'll watch it later," and I was like, "No, watch it now."
Gary, I'm telling you.
How about that?
Tim put me in a cave. He had me make it, and I did it. I'm so proud of it.
The trailer is legitimately awesome, though.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. It is. Are we showing?
You know what?
Are people getting early access to
this? This isn't live right now, but
guys, I'm very excited.
Maybe I'll link it in the chat. Maybe accidentally. If anybody, if Lucy asks, we don't know how this happened.
We got
hacked. What does it mean? Gary didn't see anything.
Gary did this actually.
You guys should watch this trailer. I don't have audio, so I can't play this for you.
Oh, Tim, you don't have audio. We should
can you hear my? Hold on. I think I can get this working. Hold on. I think if I turn on my, can you guys hear the audio if I do this? Can you hear the audio of that?
Or no, we cannot.
Okay, hold on. I think I can default. How about now? If I play this, can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to try this again. Sorry.
We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Guys, we have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this pack. Even if you don't purchase it, even if it's not for you, whatever, just watch the trailer because we're so hyped for it.
So hyped for it, dude.
It's real good. We put a lot of effort into it. We put a lot of effort into getting it right. Trying to take a different approach, because a lot of asset packs are marketed in a very kind of corporate way, and we were like, we're going full on cinematic, So
we're like,
yeah,
resist the system. Let's go Let's go cinematic. So I just want to say there's been a lot of people that put a lot of work into this. There's Lori, Vince, Bim, Grant, a dozen artists, and I don't know all their names, so I don't want to leave somebody out by listing some of them. But there's been a lot of people that put a lot of work into this, and it's been a hell of a run.
Hell of a journey. Yep. So
I hope you guys enjoy it. It's super cool, super sweet.
Release the pack in 100 bundles. I can actually afford it. We might.
Well, this is the other thing. So wait for the email tomorrow. These are on sale for $17 each of the packs, and then the gun pack is on sale for $15. So there's 8 of these packs plus a bonus scene, which comes with. It literally comes with this. Like, you get the whole scene. Everything you see here is in the scene. Like, all of this is pre-built and ready for you. This is the bonus that comes with it. And then because Bim featured some of the zombies so much, we included these. Well, no spoilers. Never mind. Well, you gotta. I'm theoretically, I guess, whoever's in here. Yeah, FPSs, RTSs. I think there's a lot of good stuff in here. Super cool. I think if I play this on mute, it'd be pretty cool.
Someone please make a sci-fi survival horror with this.
It's Bim.
It's me. Oh. With a fun collision of vibes, definitely. Just knowing there have been a few people asking for support on the platform feedback channel. Let me go take a look. I'll go sort that out. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Sean. Is this the music in the asset pack? No, we just cannot get it up. But we're real hyped about this. This has been a long time coming.
Yeah. The other thing, these characters are fully animated. Look, I ain't taking shots at nobody like, I don't know, Cinti, but they don't come with animations for their characters.
Whoa, I didn't catch that.
That's all I'm saying.
There's some static there. I don't hear that.
No, I just coughed. I don't know what you're talking about.
We got some, we got a lot
fully animated characters, I don't.
A lot of them.
We're just really excited about this.
We're really excited, yeah. If you guys can't
it's been such a big project.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a lot of
you guys ever get coupon codes? Get on our email list. And
is that what you linked?
You'll get coupon codes. This is the mega pack. This is the bundle with everything in it.
Yeah.
This one.
Could you use this
in this bundle comes all of this stuff.
Yeah.
26 fully animated characters, 26 more, the props kit, the alien rocks and vegetation kit, the sci-fi modular kinetic weapons kit,
a lot of guns
the modular outpost base builder, modular rovers and harvesters, starships and carriers. Like, this base builder kit, dude, it's got pre-built buildings, but it's also got modular parts to build like literally everything.
Yeah.
And so that one's super cool.
But there's a lot of
stuff.
We
did overview for sure. Yeah. There's so much stuff in here.
And $17 is a really good price, I think. We got the parts pack.
Dude, I think this is a really good deal for what's in this pack. Like, if you're building a sci-fi game, dude, this is the pack for you. Yeah. For sure. And then the Starship, same deal.
We are shamelessly plugging our own stuff right now, but we are.
Yeah, we're gushing about it.
Listen, we're doing it because no one else will. This is been a real baby for me and Tim. We've been pushing hard to get it through to the end.
For a lot of people, oh man, I'm really happy with the way this product turned out, and whether or not, I hope everybody likes it. I really do, because it's been a labor of love for us. The other thing, by the way, not to get in all sales mode again, is every single thing in this kit comes in Blender, Unreal, Unity, and Godot. This is something that took us a long time to pull off, but this works across all the major game engines. We have project files included for Unity, Unreal, Godot, and Blender, as well as general files like FBX files. There's some collision files in there. There's a bunch of extra files, and it's got a full commercial license with no attribution required. So we'll leave it at that.
Can I ask a serious question? How long does it take you for you guys to build one of these packs? Asking as an amateur developer. Depends on the pack. But Tim, go ahead.
All 8 of these packs with a team of, we had a core team of 5 people, and we had we extended artist contractor team of we had 12, but really we only worked with 5 or 6, and it took us about 6 months, to be honest. And that's what I mean by overscoped. Like,
yeah,
like we had never done something on this scale before for all of these different engines. We had a team that hadn't really worked together a bunch. We had to figure out a bunch of stuff. We had to figure out processes and workflows. We had to figure out deliverables. We had to, this is a really creative thing too. So like a lot of the stuff we put on paper that got delivered got changed and modified. And then it's like, okay, well, it's different. Like we got 4 months into development without making any spaceships. And we were like, oh wait, we need spaceships. So
yeah,
a lot of learning experiences. It's a,
yeah, we had a lot of.
Okay, no, it doesn't have Construct 3 files. It does not. But you know what you can do is you can screenshot them and then put them in. We were thinking about that. We were literally thinking about that, about making isometric and side view sprites of these assets and including those as well. But we were already overscoped. So like,
yeah. Tim, just is the audio not working on? Is that like a you thing? If I can get it working, do we want to show the trailer, or is that? I don't want to spend ages trying it or fussing around.
I don't think there's output settings for audio.
Oh,
for your screen share in. I was trying to hack it with OBS because I've hacked my my microphone through weird stuff. But
damn, should we just play it through your speakers and have your mic pick it up?
That's a bootleg way to watch it. You guys should watch it on your own and experience it in its glory. And then I think Bim really, really wants to see what people think about it too.
I really do.
So if you want to watch it and tell him what you think, I think he'd really appreciate that.
Releases tomorrow. Oh no! Well, the trailer's in that link, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah,
the trailer's in that link. The trailer does come out on YouTube tomorrow, though.
That's good. Thank you, Devious. But we had a one question back. I don't want to miss it. 1 second. I've always enjoyed GameDev.tv courses. Oh, sorry, Tim. I was just wondering if I should continue learning the Unity courses due to issues with the Unity engine. I thought that was kind of important. I don't know if we have the capacity to answer that here. But Tim, if that's something
you're saying issues with Unity engine.
Just answer that before we wrap up.
I think you're talking about that. That's weird. That covers our face every time. Like this, I don't.
It does. We should. Can we? Can we?
Oh,
hell yeah.
By Unity issues, I think. What did you do? Sorry. We can do this.
Okay, that's
there. We go.
Yeah.
By Unity issues, I think you mean the pricing craziness that happened last year. Unity, I don't think is fully recovered from that. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask because I don't tend to use Unity a lot, so I'm a little biased.
Right.
I'm all for open source and things like that. I think those are better. Any publicly traded company, I'm hesitant to use their software. Adobe is probably the exception, just because it's the industry standard. Because they do stuff like that, man, and I don't like that. I don't like when people try to retroactively change a license that I never agreed to on a game I've been working on for 2 years. That's not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said, it's still a very powerful engine. You can still make some really cool games from it, and I don't think they're going to mess up like that again. At least not for a couple of years until everybody forgets about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wouldn't. If we take it at technical facts, technical fact number 1, Unity is a really powerful engine. Technical fact number 2, even those pricing changes, even if they took effect, would very likely not affect you as a game developer.
Right.
Let's be real. They were targeted at big bank mobile games, right?
Right.
So,
right.
I think you're fine. And Unity is a super powerful engine. And there's a huge advantage to making your game in Unity that I will say, because I found this with Construct 3. When I made a game and I wanted to get it ported to Nintendo Switch or whatever, number 1, that's a very technically challenging thing because nobody's really done this before. There's been a handful of people that have done it. And number 2, the amount of people that you can find with that skill is like 0. because Construct 3 is not a very popular engine. So there's not hundreds and hundreds of contractors for Unity available everywhere. So Unity has great documentation. They've got great learning resources. There's tons of stuff on YouTube. There's tons of people willing to help you. So the community is a huge reason to use Unity. So I would use it if
it says just don't plan to be successful if using Unity. Yeah. Basically,
there you go. There you go.
But yeah, no, good.
To be honest, I wouldn't plan to be successful with your first game or two. Just, I mean, it's hard to be successful, and it depends on what you mean by that too. But you learn a lot. It's such a big project to make a game that you're going to learn so much, and you're going to make so many mistakes. And so, putting that kind of pressure on your first creative project, I think, just hurts you. You should just be free and creative the first time you're building a thing and release it and see what people think of it, and then work on a commercial thing.
But thank you guys for the comments on the trailer. You don't just have to say that, but yeah, we put a lot of effort into that, so we appreciate that. The trailer, great job on it. I use Unity and would recommend to switch to Unreal. People have all kinds of opinions. Is Unreal Engine harder to learn than Unity? Depends on what kind of learner you are. Depends how you like 100%. To dev. Yeah. There's
some brains that connect with Unreal, and there's some brains that connect with Unity. I would highly recommend you download Unity Unreal Godot.
Yeah.
Do a tutorial or a course for an hour or two.
Buy the asset pack and open all the assets in or
yeah. But there's a hidden thing here that we don't talk about a lot, but there's this like emotional appeal. There's like how you feel about the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I work in the garage a lot. I use a lot of tools, and there's sometimes I pick up a tool where I'm like, I don't like this tool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know if it's color or texture or what, but there's some tools that I'm just like, this is my thing. I like this tool.
It's funny you started saying that, Tim, because that's exactly what Nick just said. Game engines are tools in a toolbox. Use the right one for the job. Yeah, for sure.
So there's the technical, right? Like if you got a screw, don't use a hammer, use a drill for sure. So there's that. But there's also the emotional appeal of like, I feel more comfortable with this thing versus that thing. So that's why I think you should try all three, because it's like you can download them all for free. You can start messing around and you can see which one you can stumble through. I will say Unreal, one of the cool things about Unreal is like the first opening screen is like, which template do you want to use? FPS template, blah, blah, blah. So it's super cool to just click and then hit play and you've got your own FPS running and you can like mess around with stuff. I thought that was super cool of them that they start you up like that. It for me, Godot just like connected with me of the three. I was just like, I like this engine and I like how this works. So yeah.
So just before we wrap up here, Tim, I want to share a quote. That you said a while back. I don't know if you remember, but I'm going to share my screen here. I'm gonna hijack this.
All right.
Guys, this was from a while back. Wait, that didn't work.
Oh, I turned it off at the same time you turned it on.
Thank you for that, Tim.
I turned yours on.
Stop screen sharing? Oh, wait. Tim doesn't normally let me screen share, so he's...
No, go for it. You're going to inspire... Oh, really good.
So back in the day, I don't know if you guys were from GameDev Underground back in the day or heard of GameDev Underground, but he...
oh my God.
Tim, this had me and Tim met through a Discord channel he set up called GameDev Underground and a YouTube channel. And he said, don't stop because your mama told you. He said, don't stop because your daddy told you. Because someone said something mean, because someone insulted you. Don't stop. Keep going and you will end up with something awesome. Seriously. And I remember I have a clip somewhere of Tim fact-checking his own stream to check that he said that. And laughing because he found out that he actually did. And
I was just about to ask if I actually said that.
Dude, I have a video somewhere of Tim checking that, and I can't find it now, but it's somewhere.
Why do I look constipated?
Dude, Tim, you still look constipated. But no.
I agree with that quote, though. That sounds like a smart man.
So guys, don't stop because Tim insulted you. Don't stop for no one. But yeah, it's go Guys, awesome stream. I'd like to give you an important advice. We need a third participant, and it needs to be named Jim. We do need a Jim. We used to have a Kim Rustwick, didn't we?
Yeah.
We had a Kim Rustwick. We had all kinds of Rustwicks. We had a Rust bus at some point.
And on that bombshell, it's time to end.
Oh, I can't find the clip. Damn it.
Thank you guys for hanging out. It's been a fun stream. We had fun today, and we appreciate you coming along. And we're super excited about the Asset Pack launch. So grab that if it sounds interesting to you. But we'll see you next week. Bim's going to schedule the streams this time.
I am. Didn't do that this week. Sorry, guys. We'll do that next week.
So we'll make that happen, and we'll see you then. But thanks for hanging. See you guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. This is the good night one. Okay. Boom. So this is, with all the YouTube glitches, we have to stay on for a few seconds to make sure it doesn't cut off the end of the stream. So this is the part where we talk and like pretend like it's a thing, where we like talk and stuff. But we also say bye to everybody.
Yes, we do. For those of you who still had questions or things to ask, we will see you next week. We like to keep you wanting more. Which is always good, and feel free to ping me in Discord, in the Discord channel. I'm in there. I'm Bim Bustwick. If you got more questions, I can forward them to the team or whatever. And also, if you do DM me and I don't get back to you, I'm really sorry. I do get swamped in the DMs, so they just get lost in there.
Do that, or bring your questions next week.
Or bring them next week. This was pre-recorded, says Eric. Hey, the fact I just said that means it wasn't.
AI generated.
Thanks for